chance to prepare for the game and the task ahead. We get a look at the sun shining in the buildings of downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. Our broadcast location today. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And our broadcast team tonight. Greg Anthony here to my left and Steve Smith to my right. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, I'm very familiar with C.J. McCollum's college days.
He's certainly come a long way, D.A. Thanks. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at the Heat. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, right now for the visiting team, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlook them as a top team.
Now the starting group for the visitors. The monster out there with Cowboy. Then there's the Miracle Man. Then it's the Kid, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. And for Utah, they've got Thomas. Marc Gasol is out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then there's Champ. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
In the NBA, you've got to keep pace. It's a fast track out there, and I thought their lack of hustle defensively was the story of the game.
You know, sometimes great skill can overcome a lack of intensity, but it's very rare. This is who you want leading that play, a sure passer with great awareness.
Gasol finds Thomas. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. A lot of teams with a lot of new players, Greg, this time of year can be a real challenge to mesh.
No doubt, you know, getting everybody on the same page sometimes, it can take time. And then you have to build that trust. Weathering the storms together will obviously help you do that.
That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. No good on the fast break pull-up. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Griffin kicks to Thomas. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help? Defensively.
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
To the inside, Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
And it does not take much for Gasol to throw it down. Just feed the big man inside.
Oh!
No, he didn't.
Oh, and he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Markkanen passes to Griffin, and the Kid picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Miracle Man.
Well, it's not often you see someone be this impactful on the defensive end, but that's what makes him special. I mean, he's been doing all the little things that don't necessarily show up in the box score, but you can bet his coach and teammates know that he's been carrying the team with his D.
Shot clock at 3. The 3 from Thomas. No good. His first miss after 3 makes. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. They get it back. A nice shot by Tyler. Tyler's got his third basket of the night.
Salvage the possession. He's a terrific offensive rebounder.
And Cowboy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And the Jazz with some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Marc Gasol. And McCollum subbed in for Champ. And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And this, the first of 3 games these two teams will play against one another this season.
Why don't we go to the 2K leaderboard? Over the past month, these teams have been playing a very entertaining brand of basketball.
I mean, it's about the pace they've played with here offensively. They don't look like they're showing any signs of slowing down.
No coverage that time. Thomas got 9.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. And it's blocked. Here's Leonard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's 3 out of 4 now, and you can see his confidence already building.
Tipped away. It's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. Last season, he played outstanding. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 7 assists and just over 2 steals. And you love his anticipation. All those steals, he's always a step ahead, reading plays before they develop.
I mean, high-level feel for the game allows him to gamble with a purpose. Does he get burned once in a while? Sure, but not as often as he guesses right.
Jazz trail by 4. 1:36 left to play in the first. Here's Winston. Missed inside.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And McCollum with the block. In transition, here come the Jazz. Pulls up. That shot off.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And he jams it with authority.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's the monster. Here's Tyler. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
Already, they've piled up 8 second chance points.
Stolen. Here's the monster. Here's Gary. And it's Winston with the rebound. Fast break. Here they come. .27 seconds left in the first quarter. Doing well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Money passes to Thunder. And he could not get that one. One to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. And he makes the first. So both teams making some changes here. Both good from the line that time.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Now here's McCollum, guarded closely. 2 on the clock. That shot, no good. And so it's the visiting team holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the... And earlier we got a few words from Marc Gasol regarding his former teammate in Toronto, Kawhi Leonard.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he stands for, and how competitive he is. I mean, I don't need somebody to bang his chest or like scream or like be one of those guys to know.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former defensive players of the year on the same team, it's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Money out there with ABC. Then there's the Professor. And it's Thunder. And it's Rain Man in at the 2 guard. Markkanen, he's checked in for the Jazz.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys. They put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard. Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Wilson, he's checked in for money. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't.
Oh, my goodness!
Did you see
what a play?
Unbelievable. Lowry marketing with his size. He has decent hops also, and he can finish above the rim.
Here, some solid defense from Gasol.
Shut down. This is the way you play defense. This is how you protect the rim.
All right, a chance to check out stats for the Professor. He's coming off an excellent season. Put up about 10 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 6 assists. And the numbers, nothing spectacular in his rookie season, but he's still got a lot of room for growth.
Let's forget last year. That was about development. This year, it's about contributing.
And Utah making a change here. Thomas is checked in.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
No, we're left to infer from the adjustments we see on the floor.
He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Markkanen passes to Griffin. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Jazz have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And a season ago at the charity stripe, this is a group that shot an impressive 81%.
So he gets them both. Gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Miracle Man, and he dunks it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And the Jazz call time here. There's no reason for these big men to shy away from contact on the inside, because when they get to the foul line, you can see the success they've been having in the past month. You look at ABC, second in the NBA, so great from the line. And of course, Cowboy, also absolutely fantastic from the free throw line. Thomas inside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5 for 8 night shooting.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Miracle Man.
Oh, yes. Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Upside Thomas. Good on the shot. Thomas got 4 points this quarter.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
And he bangs it home with one hand.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fellas.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
From past the arc. That is off the mark. He's shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shots.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Inside. And Okoro with the basket on the assist by Gasol.
Just another part of what makes Gasol so special, the vision to locate the open man.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And so now, a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they looked right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Misses from 15. Not going to go that time.
The defense is right there. Quality contest, and they threw him off his rhythm.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on C.J. McCollum.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Wilson with the block.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
The reason why they've stayed aggressive and they have not let up. This entire night, and at this point, I wouldn't expect them to.
Utah calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And it boils down to the question, toughness. One team showing it, the other allowing itself to be bullied.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella, great showing for him last season. 8th in rebounding, and he was in the top 20 in field goal percentage, able to create offense with tremendous efficiency.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop. Let's bring up the 2K leaderboard and see which teams made the most of their opportunities on the offensive glass this month.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And, guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
And so McCollum nails both of them.
And when you think of McCollum, the word efficient comes to mind. This guy just shoots the ball and plays the game at a high level.
On Wednesday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Another miss by Utah.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
First one falls for him. And so he hits both. Jazz trail by 12. Stolen. And here comes the break. Here's Gary, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rain Man. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And he can't hit the second. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
From the arc. Here's Capella. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Aggressive move by Capella. His length and athleticism, it's tough to handle when he gets the ball that deep.
All free throws good from Capella. Gasol with the steal. That one misses. And so it's the visiting team. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their defense has been active and effective. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what concerns you most about the first half?
Well, I think the tempo is in their favor right now. They're fast, and they're getting up and down the floor. So they're running out in transition.
Got to beat them to the punch. Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Checking out the visiting team. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed. And their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Jazz trail by 13. They've got Lowry Markkanen, Isaiah Thomas out there with Champ, and it's Marc Gasol. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. It's his first trip to the line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. And 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. That one drops for him. Miracle Man's got 17.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Leonard against Griffin. Outside Gasol. Griffin goes in. Here's Markkanen. Off target on the 15-footer.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Passes it to Miracle Man. Here's the monster. To the middle. Pass to Miracle Man. 5 on the clock. Here's Wilson. And it's Griffin with the rebound.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot. Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
And knocking down shots in the mid-range area really forces teams to have to adjust their defense.
And you know, the adjustments should have already been made. They know he's a good shooter from that spot.
Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
To the paint. Shot's good by Wilson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Griffin. Got a piece of it. Miracle Man, the pass to Tyler. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And the kid picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Capella, he's checked in for Utah. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Thomas feeling it out a bit. 6 on the shot clock. It's deflected. Here's Rain Man, defended by Griffin. Here's Gasol. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Capella missing. Gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. It's stolen by Capella. Chalk up 2 there.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Griffin dishes to Thomas. From 13, and that one hits back iron.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
That one goes in.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Now here's Griffin. He's tightly guarded. With the shot. Top of the key jumper, no good. Gone 7 of 11, a lucky field goal percentage here in the 3rd. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. The professor's got his 2nd basket of the night. Utah calls timeout.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them
almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
The closer Capella is, the more effective he becomes, showing off the nice touch there.
Kicks it out to Leonard. The pass to the monster. Back to Leonard. Deflects the pass. Here's Winston. Sweet little floater.
Man, I'll tell you, when you get your floater game going, it's a tremendous weapon.
Gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Leonard and Capella sends it back.
Quick off the floor, has that long reach. Capella there with the intimidation.
Drills it from outside.
Not just a knockdown shooter, he does a great job of finding space for his shot.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
Two very easy points right here. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Winston. Here's McCollum. And the rejection by Leonard.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
The shot by Wilson, no good. Jazz have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. Winston's shot is good.
Offensively, McCollum sees the floor well. Not surprised to see him spot the open teammate.
Rejected by Gasol. For three, and Utah another three.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Pass to Tyler. Here's the monster, defended by Gasol. Three-pointer. They get it again. Tyler, great positioning on the putback.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
And so it's the visiting team. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He said, this is where mistakes can kill us. This is where mistakes can turn this thing completely around. Protect the basketball and make the simple play. In other words, guys, no hero ball right now.
We've got the kid. Cowboy is out there with Wilson. Then there's the Miracle Man, and it's the monster in at the 5. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Capella finds Markkanen. Stolen away.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor. Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And with Lauri Markkanen, the former 7th pick in the draft, you like him best when he's aggressive and looking for his own shot.
You're right, Greg. I like angry Lauri Markkanen because he's dangerous when he has that type of mindset. He needs to have that mentality of a #1 option, even if he's not one. That's when he's the most impactful on the floor.
Winston the pass to Capella. Here's Winston. The dish to Markkanen. And here's McCollum for three. Nailed from three-point land.
Here we go, his second made from beyond the arc in the second half after having no such luck in the first.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And the defense knows he's relentless. You have to try and match that intensity.
Bucket is good.
What a turnaround for him since the half. More aggressive and more effective.
Shot from the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's 8 points for Magician.
Right now he's being too passive and not looking for his shot enough. He needs to be more aggressive and get more shots up because he's shooting well.
Here's Capella. Can't hit that one. Gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Passes it to McCollum. Wilson grabs the board.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
As soon as he had the ball in his hands, he put the pressure on the defense and found the opening.
Jazz trail by 16. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Outside, Markkanen. Pass to Winston. Back to Markkanen. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
I like the toughness. Markkanen was not considered a physical player coming into the league. I think he surprised some people now.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Critical part of the game. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to adjust what you're doing.
That free throw good from Markkanen.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Miracle Man uses both hands to slam it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Back to Griffin. Just 5 to shoot. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Miracle Man, the pass to the monster. Shot's good by Wilson. Utah calls timeout. It's been quite a game for Miracle Man.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Miracle Man.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. And so Thomas will bring it up for the Jazz. 15-point game. And the Miracle Man is going to pick up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Back to Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
There's the pass to the monster. And Gasol comes to help. Kicks it out to Wilson. Pulls it up. They grab their own miss. And the shot goes in. And that's 31 points for Miracle Man.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Well, here you sit, Smitty, at the broadcast table. Is there anything you notice about the game now that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Yes, Kevin. I mean, seriously, I did not know how much Kevin Harlan ate between games and during games. It is unreal. The before, the during, and after. You are a champ, Kevin, to be able to eat that much and to do your job.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And he knocks down the first one.
It's interesting. Gasol entered the league as a big guy with raw tools. Now one of the most highly skilled centers in the game.
Here's Miracle Man. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
And the first one drops. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. Good work there as it goes.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Expanding upon this league, trying to close it out. He's really stepped up.
That free throw good from Griffin. And he makes both free throws. 1:39 left to play here in the fourth.
My goodness, that was absolutely filthy.
Nasty. This building is stunned. He dug deep, Greg, into his bag of tricks there.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
Shooting for Utah, Isaiah. Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. Here's Miracle Man. From the inbound. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it. What a difference in this crowd right now.
That's how you silence a building.
And so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And Smitty, we see the success and the great talent level in the WNBA. Do you ever think we're going to see a woman on an NBA roster?
Well, Kevin, that's a good question. Let's look at the history of the game. We've had two women drafted, Denise Long back in 1969 and Lucia Harris in 1977. I will say this, Kevin, I do believe so. I think in my era, there's one player I got a chance to watch and play against that could have played for sure was Cheryl Miller.
Here's Tyler, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And that one falls for Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol. 2 shots.
He's perfect from the line this time. Thing has been just fantastic, around 65% tonight, getting exactly what they want when they want it.
Couldn't run the inbound play any better than right there.
We've got 1:18 left in the game, and an intentional foul right there. The first free throw is good.
At the line for your Jazz, Isaiah.
Both free throws good from Isaiah Thomas. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to the monster. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. And the foul on the monster. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game.
Well, it's not as big a loss as it would have been a few minutes ago. They took care of business early, and they should be able to close this one out without it.
ABC's checked in for the monster. Now off the inbound, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul, second team foul. At the line, number 1. 2 shots.
The first one falls. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Steve, you look at the large companies being created right now by some NBA players like LeBron and Steph. Talk about the example that sets for kids who look up to these guys.
You know, Kevin, I think it's a great example. The reason why they are showing the next generation of kids that's taking basketball serious, that they're more than just a basketball player. They are prepping for life after the game is over, but able to do it while they're playing.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And he knocks down the first one. Griffin hits them both. Here's Miracle Man. He's guarded by Thomas.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
The professor's checked in for Tyler. And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd.
Timeout call.
Griffin hits them both. Wonderfully up to this point, 67%.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Free throw drops for Griffin. Both shots good from the stripe. There's 49 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Again, what an avalanche! That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. Yeah, they can count this one in the win column. It has been a tremendous effort.
I love what we saw from them tonight, and I'm sure they'll try to replicate it next time out.
Griffin hits them both. Here's Miracle Man, powered down with both hands.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
And they go to the intentional foul. First one falls for him.
At the line for your Jazz,
Griffin hits them both. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Utah. They trail by 14. And the kid picks up the foul. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Thunder's checked in for Leonard. Griffin hits them both. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that on the inbounds play. Exactly the way they drew it up.
And the foul called on ABC. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. First free throw is good.
At the line for your Jazz.
Both free throws good from Griffin. Here's Miracle Man. And again, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
And that's an intentional foul.
That's his second personal foul.
He's off on the first.
Your Jazz. Griffin.
And the second free throw, good. Off the inbound pass, and good, he hits it again.
Make that 61 points.
Yep, everything is going his way right now. And he commits the intentional foul.
Wilson.
And the first one at the line is good.
Shooting for Utah.
Early hits them both. Here's Miracle Man, and he slams that one down.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. And it's Utah's ball. 15-point game. And so they foul intentionally. And that one falls for Early.
Your Jazz.
Early hits them both. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one.
Oh, you hear that sound? That's the
yep.
flushing of the toilet right there.
Greg, a fierce two-hander. The steal. Money passes to Miracle Man. Here's the professor. Rebound, Utah. Griffin with it. And so the road team gets the W in this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on